I've already recorded either way.
What are we looking for?
Oh, that's the wrong sphere. I want this circle. Invadable territory. Anyways, now that we have love can be seen. I'm just going back. I'm just double checking to make sure that the white kimono thing doesn't cost like $1 billion. If you say no.
You got so much DP.
This is how much DP we had when we entered. I feel like
you got so much DP.
Yeah.
I'm going to turn down the volume a little bit more.
Maybe she's upstairs. Oh, it's voiced.
Right, CG.
CG. Try to hold her.
Sorry, but...
Wait, what are you...
I was gonna hold you. I bet you felt lonely.
No! Stay back!
Whack.
Ugh, jerk! I can't believe you don't understand. Go away!
What was that about?
Are you really this awful?
Why's everyone saying that?
Anyway, a girl's enemy should go back to reality and think again.
Damn.
You just straight up get booted. This is amazing. Hold on.
Damn, you get kicked out. Damn.
Shit. They really said no boys allowed. So there is a chance you could die in this one.
I love non-standard game overs.
Hold on,
How much
where is Wandering Merchant Luca? Nope. Not yet. Nope. Come on. Okay, there we go.
It'll be somewhere.
It's this one. Oh no, this is Lovey Dove. Fuck. And then Wandering Merchant Luca is here? Because it only costs 30. There we go. No thanks. Huh, is it just always 50,000? Okay, I guess you can just skip it then. Or maybe this kills you. Let's find out. Hold on, we're doing science.
So if you don't have the kimono, is it time for you to die?
Is it time for me to die? Voice acting? Oh, yeah, you just die. RIP! GG's, bozo!
Second non-standard game over.
Okay, so I guess you really do need 50,000 DP in order to beat Luca Cosmosphere level 9.
That's a lot of DP you need.
Thankfully, you get it over the course of the game, but god damn!
Death.
Death. Alright.
So what were you doing in this game?
Let's find out. Let's go. Oh yeah, we need to go talk to Shun, but I'm also broke as a motherfucker.
Oh. Oh, you are broke as hell.
Yeah.
Damn.
So, what even is the most money place I can go to right now? I guess it's still gonna be here.
Would it be places with deadly enemies.
Probably, but like, this one's just close by anyway. But yeah, anyway, speaking of no money having, guess who is back on money having?
You finally got rid of your card of no money having.
Oh my god, it took forever. Let's see, we can make Lovey Dove happen. Oh, we have so many on this one, fuck it.
Listen to my heart.
Yeah, so, last week I forgot my PSP here. And I said, okay, it's fine, we can just do it from whatever the heck. I think we've seen this one before.
Careful, they're coming.
I did it.
They did it.
Nice.
Yeah, so I love my PSP here, and then we're like, oh, we can just come back and not tell. Are you kidding me? Bro.
I feel strong now.
And I was like, we can just like not record Secret Agent Blank and then for next week, and then that day, like Friday, I get a call randomly actually from Paul Auto Network's recruiter. It's saying, hey, we saw your resume for the principal engineer. We're not gonna give you that one, but you can apply for this other one. Basically. So, yeah, first off, I only recently learned all the different tiers of the engineers. But before we get into that, yeah. So, that week, we just put circle, right?
Oh.
Phew! The whole planet
Bro,
is
they're fucking dead.
Great! I'm impressed.
Did we see the whatchamacallit one? The one with the Ninesha?
I don't know.
Let me check actually. Super potential. No, we didn't. This is the last one we got, actually. Hold on, I forgot we did not get that one. Okay.
Time to do it again?
Yeah. But, so yeah, I get a call, I was allowed to do screening same day as the call. So, I had 2 screenings. Just a general screening and a technical screening. Typically, you do a general screening before you do a technical screening before you do a general screening. But like, the reason I died.
Damn.
But the reason why they reversed the order is because they really wanted to close the position. Right, and since I had like a lot of qualifications they were looking for, they just wanted to shove me in as a last second like applicant, right? So I go through all the screenings and they said, okay, we're gonna give you 3 interviews. We're gonna give you 3 interviews, back to back to back, at 11:30. You get 45 minutes per person, and they're each going to ask you about a different thing. And they're like, piss, right? They had the courtesy to at least tell me what they were going to interview me on. So.
Your skill.
I don't know.
Fantastic.
Ow.
Leave it to me. I'll do it.
Oh. More candy.
Oh, candies.
Here I thought it was gonna be something bad. Here I thought something bad was about to happen, but no, it's just candy.
Okay. It's scared me for a second.
Crisis averted.
Anyway, first off, so now we're gonna get to see our Tonelico.
Your skill.
It's coming!
Your skill. Your skill. Leave it to me. I'll do it.
Hold on. This should kill him, right?
This is my full strength!
No, this is Gaia. Okay.
The end result's the same. They're
Oh,
dead.
she tripped.
The end result's the same. Still dead.
Pretty good.
So yeah, they told me what I was going to be interviewed on. So that weekend, I spent both days just preparing the interviews. What was it say again? Luis Motional and Lucas showed me everything over Archino's Martin. I'll go through Soulmartyr, yeah. So we didn't see this on Cloche because Cloche is not a real Raventail. She's an IPD, right? And because she's an IPD, her final magic, I believe, was straight up just using the whatchamacallit, not Replicia, whatever the thing that turns into Replicia is.
Infilsphere?
Not Infilsphere. Is it Infilsphere? It might be Infilsphere.
Infilsphere?
Yeah. Yeah, she just straight up uses the Infilsphere. Yeah, but because Luca is a real Raventail.
She's a real girl.
She's a real girl. She gets her song magic from Tonelico, except because Tonelico isn't real on this tower. Instead, what you have to do is contact the first tower. You open up a TCP handshake on the first tower, right? Send an HTTP GET request, and then...
Oh, we're doing posts then.
No, it's specifically a GET request. Our Tonelico will then respond with hopefully with a HTTP 200 and give you our Tonelico. And then Soul Marta will use our Tonelico to smite your enemies. That's how it works.
I love HTTP protocols in my video game.
That's basically how it works. We say as if we explained that in layman's terms.
Only one person will get it.
Exactly, one person will understand. And it's not the developer this time. But yeah, in the third game, the third tower is actually a real tower, so you don't have to do this bullshit. So that's kind of cool.
So what is this tower like a proxy?
Yeah, I don't know. For some reason, Metafalse is a different tower than the other two towers.
Are we just living inside a VPN?
I don't know. I don't remember what the lore implications were for it being a different tower besides sequel to previous game, but that's how it ended up.
God, explaining the lore of our Tonelico through networking.
Networking.
I bet someone has done that.
I will. I'll do it right now.
You'll do it right now.
Yeah.
You'll retraverse all the lore just to do it.
Exactly. Yeah, so anyway, back to what I was talking before. Had to prepare for 3 interviews. They told me what each interview was going to be about, so I kind of have an idea of what I'm studying, right? Either way, a lot of this stuff is are things I already studied. I'm basically a network guy, unfortunately.
You're stuck in network hell.
It's such bullshit. I hate network hell.
Do it faster.
Right.
Wow, I suck.
Fantastic.
There we go.
That was solid. Leave it
You
to
just
me.
need to adjust your global offset.
Yeah. Oh, I just killed it.
This is my full strength!
And... Oh. She gonna blow it up.
Damn, she went supernova.
She easy.
Pretty good.
It still sounds wrong when you say it.
I know, right? Because it's not real language.
you should hear some other brutalifications of the English language. Like, have you heard of this stupid, like, shorthand for pizza?
Za?
Za or Zaza? It sounds fucking stupid!
Protect her with all my strength.
And I heard people use it to mean marijuana for some reason.
What?
You got the nice Za.
You're dead meat.
What the fuck?
People are stupid. That's all I gotta say.
Language is doomed.
Yeah. So anyway, last week we didn't meet together because I was studying for the interview, so I just came and picked up the PSP and dipped.
It's coming. I know.
So that's what happened. Then on Monday I had the 3 interviews in a row. And apparently I did really freaking well because the next day they called me again and say, hey, we're moving forward. We're moving forward with you. So that's pretty. So I guess I'm pretty good then.
The power is growing.
Yeah.
Do it faster.
I feel like when it comes down to like job finding process, I feel like my stats are a little abnormal compared to most other people.
You're just built different?
Yeah, in a sense. Like, a lot of my peers, they'll send 1,000 applications, like the normal thing you do, right?
Yeah.
They'll get like 10 interviews, but then like they only get like maybe 1 acceptance from that if they're lucky, right? So far I've sent out my thousands of resumes, right? I get like no interviews back. Right? This like I've applied to like in these 2 months I applied to like 200, I want to say, job listings, and only 1 has given me an interview.
And it's networking?
Yeah, but I nailed it. This is the second time I nailed an interview.
This'll finish it.
So I'm basically 2 for 2 on interviews right now. Yeah, anyway.
Maximum penetration.
So right now, the job market is really fucking tough for no reason at all. Like, yeah, so at my last job, right, basically I was making 140,000, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so whenever you're trying to find another job, right, you always want to aim for a position where you're going to get more money, basically, right? You want to get more paid for switching companies, basically, right? That's what you always want to do, right? You're never looking for a lower salary. Do not ever do that. If you do that, you're cringe and stupid. Right? So, for me, that means looking for staff engineer positions, which I'll get into later, right? But what am I trying to say? Yeah, so there's a lot of jobs in that range where it's like staff engineer, senior engineer, principal engineer, like definitely much higher than what my position was, right? But the range is like generally within that one, within the higher than 140 range I was looking for, right?
Okay.
The issue is that whenever there's a layoff round, right, it means that there's a whole bunch of people looking for jobs.
And you're essentially going to be fighting with all of them.
Yeah. Romance.
Romance?
Yeah. The biggest knife.
I mean, I've heard that battle is a man's romance, but this is ridiculous.
You know, she's just having a great time. It's her job.
It's her job to stab people with romance.
Stab it till heck, you say. But yeah. So people are always whenever there's a layoff round, a lot of people are going to be looking for similar positions, right? We're in engineering, so generally it's safe because engineers are usually not laid off as much as other like positions in a company, right? It does happen though. For example, what was the company called again?
Should I send it back out? It's getting awfully close.
You can just
make sure the little like cube device is standing upright.
Yeah.
Because that laser thing stops the Roomba from going in.
Yeah, so we're still having Roomba troubles.
That or he'll just act as the barrier.
Okay. Well, I guess it's just stuck there forever. Okay, so yeah, so what was the company that makes Pokemon Go again?
Niantic?
Niantic, there you go. Niantic recently had a huge engineering layoff. Because this was, I think, a year or two back.
Okay.
No, last year, yeah. It was last year. The reason is because they tried to make other games that are not Pokemon Go, and
they all didn't work.
That did not pan out.
Basically, Pokemon Go is the only thing they are allowed to do.
Pretty much. I don't think they can make another game.
That's kind of sad.
Yeah, but because of that, they have to let go of a bunch of their engineers. Like a bunch of engineers. There's like 2,500, I believe, or something like that.
Dang.
I knew someone who was a part of that, and they they had to look for a job after that too. Yeah, so not fun. But yeah, engineers generally not laid off as much as other positions, but it happens. For example, Niantic, also me.
Yeah, also you. I'm listening to someone who had it happen.
What's that you say? Anyway, so yeah, so either way, the volume of the applicants are going to go up, and whenever you're at my level, which is up there-ish, right? I'll say, whenever you're at my level, if a lot of people apply, they're going to be more specific about qualifications, right? So if there's like, if there's like what? 15 people that apply, and like maybe 3 or 4 of them look good, right? That's it, right? If you don't match like 90% of the qualifications, that's it. It's done, right? And like, I guess.
It's trying to think.
I want to protect everyone.
I don't think the Roomba is. It's making a different noise this time.
The power is growing.
No, it's making the same noise again now.
Shit.
It gave you a hope spot.
Yeah.
Oh,
There we go. We did it.
we did it, Reddit.
Yeah. Okay. So, yeah. So the more cramped the more competition there is, the more specific they're going to be about qualifications, right? The main one they're looking for is seniority. How much time you've been in the industry, right? And I've been in the industry for 2 years because I got a job after I got my master's. So I'm very low on the road. Right? Like, I can bullshit as much as I want and say, oh, I have 10 years of engineering experience, right? But if it's not in the industry, they don't give a flying fuck. Right? They can see it on my resume, alright? I put 2 jobs that culminate to like 3 years. It's not a lot. Right? So I'm going to assume that's why I didn't get as many interviews as other people, especially my peers who got their jobs out of college or undergrad rather.
Pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah. So that sucks for me, but I'm still lucked out. I still got it within my severance period, which I made a promise to my parents. I didn't really make a promise. Well, it's not really a promise. Like I just told them straight up, okay, look, I did get laid off, but you know, I still have my job. Right? I'm guaranteed to get a job in these next 2 months.
Oh, you guaranteed them.
I guaranteed them. I cut it pretty close, but
That's really fucking risky.
I was cutting it really close, but I did not tell a lie. So you know what? It's an absolute win.
You lucky bastard.
Yeah, for real though. Imagine if I didn't get the job after the interview. My one interview. Yeah, so not much seniority, or not much time in the industry rather. Right, so now going into like the engineering levels, right? So you have your 3 most basic engineering levels, and I think you're still within that level, even though you haven't been in the industry yet. Like it's engineer 1, 2, and 3 basically. That's it, right? There's no real special like stuff for it. Maybe they'll call it junior, maybe they'll say just
one of them might be labeled as entry level.
One of them might be labeled entry level. They might not even specify like anything. It'll just say software engineer, right? Software engineer is like generally around 3. Yeah, but yeah, basically, if you have a bachelor's, you should be looking for engineering 3 or like software engineer, the basic title, right? There's no reason not to. You're already at that point. The ones below that are for like associate's degrees and like people I guess really want to be engineers. Pretty please. I really don't know. Right.
Careful, they're coming.
Yeah. So yeah, engineering 1, 2, and 3. And then the steps above that are the more senior levels. Starting with staff software engineer, right? Which is where I am. And the one I was at basically out of masters. So that's cool. Yeah, so I'm staff. The one above staff is senior, which is where all your parents are, basically. Or where your parents were when you were growing up, maybe. Yeah. Yeah, and then above senior is principal. So I applied for a principal position, and then I applied for the principal position, but they read the resume and said, okay, you know what, you still fit the qualifications for a staff software engineer, so it's fine. It's fine.
They were nice enough to tell you, you're punching a little too high, you can go to this one instead.
Yeah, I mean, most places will do that because if they're looking for multiple positions, right, then of course, maybe you missed out on the average job posting because there's just so many of them, right? But like if they see you have the qualifications for another position, they'll still be interested because at the end of the day, if they're posting a job listing, generally it's safe to assume is that they want to hire a person for it. I say generally because that's not always the case. Some companies fake positions to make it look like they're hiring, which is sad. But yeah, if it exists, they'll probably send you somewhere more appropriate and let you apply there, which was the case for me, right? And then past principal is all the manager roles, which I will not be going into because I forgot about them because I didn't care. they made it really hard to care about all the managerial positions.
Gee, I wonder why.
Yeah.
Do it faster.
So yeah,
Bravo.
I applied for principal. They bumped me down to staff. It's funny because I applied for principal, they had my application on the principal one, right? So after I got the offer, they told me to reapply for the staff position. But anyway, it was just a little bit of fun. All right, no harm done. I got the offer. I signed the offer. I'm expected to start work on middle of April.
Ah.
The week after my birthday. Which is great because I signed my severance form the day before my birthday, so that's cool. Yay! Yeah, feels great to know that I'm still financially stable. Yeah, this whole time this whole time after I got laid off, right? I know I mentioned this some time ago in a different talk, but like I'm still on the company payroll for these 2 months, right? So I'm still getting my old salary, right? On top of that, I'm getting unemployment benefits, which I guess we can go a little bit into that after this, right? But like my unemployment benefits come to like what, a couple thousand every week or so.
Okay.
But it's decent money, and it's money that you should get because it is your tax dollars. So if you ever find yourself in a position where no job after having job, apply for unemployment. Do it, you dumbass! It's not only your tax dollars, it's also other people's tax dollars. Think about it!
You can steal other people's money legally! I did it!
Yeah, so I got my unemployment EDD.
This is nothing.
And on top of that, after I signed the severance bonus, after I sign the severance, I'll get an additional 4 months of my old paycheck.
Wow.
Like as a lump sum.
Wow.
Yeah. Right, and then a week after that, I start my new job. Where my base is 160k.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and I get a 12% bonus every year, and also 120k RSU, as well as I can also apply for ESPP. So basically, I'm earning like over 200k every year.
Damn.
At this new place. Yeah. So yeah. Something money moves.
I want to protect everyone.
So yeah, job thingy, yay. EDD. So how unemployment works is that first off you have to apply for it, right? As you do. Applying for it is a pain in the ass because you have to verify that you exist, federally exist. So they have to prove that you are a citizen and in California, and also they know you are there and can arrest you if things go wrong. You gotta have your fingerprints, your saliva, all that shit.
Saliva?
Yeah, you don't need your fingerprints. It's just to prove that you exist. That's all they need to know. That's all they need to know is that you exist, right? I had to take a selfie.
You had to take a selfie.
I had to take a selfie to prove that I'm real. Yeah, just generally annoying things. Just to prove I exist, right? Afterwards, they ask you about your last job, right? How long you worked for it, how much you got paid for it, right? When's your last day, etc. and then you have to give them the HR number so that they can call the company to verify that you are real. That you are a real person. As they do, you know. Right? So you just have to go, you just have to do all your research, find all your paperwork, and just fill in the dots, right? And then after that, you send that application around. They'll process it, make sure everything's correct, verify that you do in fact exist and are a real person. And then after that, you have to find work, right? You only get paid if you actually actively find jobs, right? So then after every 2 weeks, you have to report like what you did, whether or not you found work in those, or you were looking for work in those weeks, and you have to report every single fucking application you make and whatever the fuck, right? And like, just do a whole bunch more filling in the things, right? Whether or not you got money during those weeks or whatever, right? Just generally more annoying things, right? And then at the end of the day, and then after all of that, once everything's all sorted and done, you get $1,000 for your shovel. Or whatever. It's probably more than $1,000, but I didn't really check. I was mostly depressed during all this job hunting stuff. As you can probably imagine.
Yeah. But hey, that's why this place is here.
Yeah.
Maybe you can feel a little less depressed while playing a video game.
No.
No!
Video games are depression.
Alright, you were playing Secret Agent Clank.
Yeah. Speaking of Secret Agent Clank, I'm beginning to think that game is cursed. Like, yeah, like the one time where we played the game and the power fucking went out in the middle of it. I'm starting to believe that it does not want to be played.
So what happens if we finish it?
I don't know. If my PSP bricks... we still have an emulator.
Would you have to like hard mod your PSP to unbrick it?
Maybe. I can't really get a new one, can I?
No, not really.
Yeah.
I did actually... I finished exporting the recordings for the second, the one before Secret Agent Clank, Size Matters.
Yeah.
And we got to the part where we crashed the game, and the video cuts out.
Oh no.
But I can still hear the PSP.
Yeah.
As in, the audio came through properly.
That's so weird.
So like, you could actually hear the little boot up chime.
Oh no.
So like, there's just this pulsating light from the TV, because at that point I switched to camera, so it wasn't just stuck on one frame of crashed game.
Yeah.
But you could hear the PSP boot up.
That's so funny.
Don't you just love technology?
Yeah, for some reason, I think in general the PSP Ratchet games just have really high
Crash rate?
Not crash rate, but like require a lot of processing just to run. Yeah. I don't think we'll run into that issue if when we play Ape Escape after this one. But I don't know about the secret game I'm doing after Secret Agent Clank, if that's going to
The secret game?
The secret game! We'll get to it when we get to it, but spoilers, I'm gonna do a funny.
Great! I'm impressed!
Yeah. For some reason, Loco Roco was doing just fine on the PSP, right? I don't know what the issue is with Ratchet and Clank, you know? What do you mean they're both completely different games and one of them is mostly just PNGs on the screen?
2D with a little bit of polygon funny.
Not even a little bit. It was just all polygon.
But But it's like 2D, it's not 3D.
Yeah, you know what a polygon is. Why did we use polygons for 3D objects?
What else would we use?
No, something that might not imply 2 dimensions. I guess it makes sense because you use multiple polygons to make a 3-dimensional object, but still...
Well, I mean, in this case, it also probably depends on what attributes you're giving to those vertices, because, like, 2D polygon, you don't have a z-axis.
Right.
Whereas, you have a z-axis.
Like I said, it makes complete sense as to why that's the case, but it's confusing.
I'm sorry. What do you want me to do about it?
You need to file a petition to developers around the world. Tell them to get their shit straight. Or I'm gonna castrate them.
Yeah, let's just let's switch to direct 3D axis ordering.
Damn.
OpenGL is dead. Direct 3D is the way forward.
Yes.
Yes, let's use Direct 3D for everything, including Linux.
Yes.
Vulkan, never heard of them.
What do you call a point in a 3-dimensional space?
It wouldn't be a vector, that also has magnitude. There's no magnitude here.
No.
Would it just be a vertex?
I think it would still be a vertex. Honestly.
Does it matter if the vertex is connected to something else, or
No.
it just a point in 3D space is just always a vertex?
Yeah. I'm fine with calling a vertex and a point of point in 2D, I guess.
You're dead meat.
Vertex is fine. Vertex implies science and different things. Okay.
This is my full strength.
We like Vertex out here. Vertex is our friend. I trust Vertex.
Careful, they're coming.
But yeah, anyway, now that all that has been over and done with, get a job, get your license, become software engineer, and lose your entire shit. Do it, damn it.
Protect everyone.
My schedule is shifting around again. Because I'm not covering for Person anymore. I guess their situation's changed a bit.
Yay.
So now I'm back to early Mondays.
Yay. Now you can quit that job and get another job.
No.
Get a significant boost to your base salary. Yeah. Anyway, since you're getting your license, you probably should be looking for a job to have as soon as you get your driver's license, basically. Just to speed things along. But anyway, getting off of that topic for real this time.
Alright, where are we going next?
Where we're going is Luca's Cosmosphere! So we completed Luca's Cosmosphere last night, and then we didn't really talk about it, because we were just kinda, whatchamacallit, we're trying to let it soak in,
Careful, they're coming.
you know? We're trying to process it. So what do you think? Luca's story about her being a witch and trying to become robot
I'll do it.
to be more likable and also a god, but also everything's bad and for some reason Leica. And then she hears a lullaby and she becomes naked and marries you. The end.
Did you mean modern day Twitter?
So anyway, what are your thoughts about the Cosmosphere?
Pretty good.
I still don't really care much for it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's... yeah. It does not help her make... It does not help make her better.
It does... No.
Yeah, like, going back to, like, a topic we said long ago, that this game is very sexist, right?
Listen to my heart.
Like, let's just take the base character of Luca. Like, she's just a bad person, right? Like, that's fine. A lot of people are bad people, right? You can easily make a character around them, right?
Yeah.
But the general idea is that if you are a bad person, right, and there is a story going around you, the story is going to be about you becoming a better or worse person, right? Right. In this
She
case,
became where do you think she went?
Alright, well, she went into the better person, obviously, right? That's the whole point of the story, is that she's becoming a better person, who's more responsible, and able to, like, take up the helm of becoming a maiden and all that stuff, and being responsible for the world, right? That's basic shit, right?
Careful, they're coming.
So yeah, her cosmosphere is supposedly about making her a better person, right? She's going to become a better person after this, yeah? That's what we're going with, right? So how does she become a better person, right? Generally, a general story that people would enjoy, especially if you're a Westerner, right? Is that you become a better person by learning to not do the bad things you do.
You know, putting in effort.
Yeah. Putting in effort into not being a bad person, right? The solution in Luca's cosmosphere instead is to have a man come into your life. That will fix you up.
Rescue this man, it'll make you better.
Yeah. I prescribe you man for 3 months. Take 1 dose every day at night.
Specifically at night.
At night. But yeah.
That totally won't be a euphemism.
Yes.
I want to protect everyone.
So yeah, it's not a great story because the resolution around it is
She saves the boy.
no, it's not that she saves the boy, it's specifically the boy saves her, right? Like he doesn't necessarily grow as a person and become a good person out of it. What happens is that Croy goes and talks to each one of the Lucas and verifies why she's actually a good person all along.
So she's just dependent on Croy.
Yeah, so like it's a lot of dependency. The moral is that she needs to open up herself more in order to not be a bad person. That's the whole thing, right? And that's just a really shitty conclusion to end up at. So yeah, not great. It takes away a lot of the agency from Luca, I would say. Like, she never really has a chance to become a good person, and then at the end of the Cosmosphere, she doesn't. She just gets validated for everything that she's done, and Croy forgives her for some reason.
Because he's a doormat.
He's stupid as fuck. He's big dumb. Yeah. Anyway, very lackluster story. Everyone hates Luca. Even beyond the closest bitter accusations. And the fact that you naturally are inclined to pick Cloche, Luca's story does not redeem that choice.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Alright, so how do you feel about Jack Lee's story in this?
Yeah, so Jack Lee's story
We've
is...
talked about the other two, now let's go to the third one.
Yeah, I guess first before we go Jack Lee's, we're gonna do a recap on Cloche real quick, right? Like, Cloche's Cosmosphere is a journey about rediscovery, right? Rediscovering what her, why, like, her past is.
What she is.
What she was, basically. And having her come to accept that, come to accept her past, basically, right? Because a lot of messed up stuff happened to her, right? And Croy is just like kind of helping her along that path, right?
He's meant to be like, I guess, a helping hand, a guide?
A guide, yeah, a guide. Like, he is guiding her, but the journey is also hers to experience as well. So even when she becomes dependent on Croy, because that's what fucking happens in this game.
Because sexism.
Yeah, because sexism, right? Because sexism, right? Even when that happens, it's still her journey as well as his, right? They both have agency in that situation, and then Cloche has an arc in her Cosmosphere. Can you believe it?
Whoa!
Wow! So Jack Lee's story. So the first five Cosmosphere are in Jack Lee is the story time, right?
Yeah.
Which factors nothing into what happens later, basically. Yeah.
It's basically just roleplay funny.
Yeah, it's roleplay funny. You get some hints. It's like a little bit of foreshadowing, but not really.
Listen to my heart.
Maybe a little bit of self-loathing.
So basically, once you enter her after the 5th Cosmosphere, there's no more story, right? You enter it for real this time. And the first thing you see is 2 Jack Lees fighting each other. Right?
That'll help a lot. The tower is
And
falling.
the basic premise for that 4 is that it's a metaphor that they do really poorly, I think. It's a metaphor that she's split 2 different ways. Can you believe it?
That's it.
They do something slightly interesting with it, because instead of having like a proper 7th and 8th floor, she has 2 7th floors. Right?
2 of them.
Yeah, because you can choose which one to you can choose to side with one of the Jack Lees, right?
And then that determines which one you go to.
Yeah, that will determine the one you go to next, and then the next time you enter her, you'll be with the other person.
Oh.
And Jack Lee's story is basically her inner conflict of being the big bad from the first
one.
game, where she hates all humans because they kind of did her dirty. Right? And then the other one is also the reformed part of herself that doesn't want to do that no more because she found friendship at the end of the fucking first game.
She found humans that won't do her
I want to
duty.
kill myself. I hate Tonelico one so much. Yeah. So eventually you meet with both Jack Lees, right? Basically resolve the conflict by making her dependent on you. And
That's sexism.
Yeah. And then you marry her, and then at the end of the game, you actually leave Metal Falls after Metal Falco is made to go back to Tonelico 1 tower. Which I believe would just be called the Tower of Cerealia, I guess. Maybe. I don't know. I forgot the name. I guess it's just Tonelico, because the third one's just called the Tower of Tyria. That makes no sense. Anyway.
Video games, how do they work?
Welcome back, Croy. Are you hungry? Do you want to just rest? Am I acting like a fool?
Always.
Yes. Costume number 8. Croy, can I ask you something about the costume? Sure, which one? Okay, transform! This white costume. Was anyone in my Cosmosphere too? Of course, if you hadn't, you wouldn't have been able to wear it in real life. I guess so. Well, so, were those kind of things happening in my Cosmosphere? No comment. It's all about me, can't you tell me? Please understand, it's hard for me. I know, but you look so embarrassed, and that means something so embarrassing happened in the Cosmosphere, right? Well, it was not quite embarrassing, but please forgive me. I'm too curious!
And then she'll never know.
Yeah. Funny.
Alright, where to next?
I'm still grinding money.
Are you still grinding money?
Yes, we're still grinding money.
How much money do you need?
I want at least another digit.
Another digit.
I'm halfway there. This is what an MMOs must feel like all the time.
So this must be that Final Fantasy XIV I've heard so much about.
Oh yeah. Do people even still play Final
I think
Fantasy
they do.
16?
16?
Yeah.
Was that also an MMO?
No, it's an RPG.
Oh,
it's an action RPG.
It's an actual... An actual
installment to the
installment.
Final Fantasy.
I don't know.
Where they made it into an action RPG that kind of stinks. Like, I don't like
Listen
it.
to my heart.
Personally, I think it's...
I feel like you don't like many things about Final Fantasy.
I don't know. Final Fantasy is weird. I like more of the side games more than the main games. I think, like, I can probably count on one hand how many of the main games I like.
Pretty good.
And it's probably going to be like 2.
Which ones?
Right. Final Fantasy 9 for one, right?
Okay.
10 is a meme, 11 is a meme, 12 is a fucking awful, 13 is garbage.
13 is 13.
13 is 13. 15 is whatever. I can give or take.
What about the earlier ones?
Earlier
Not
ones?
counting 7.
Yeah, one never played it. Don't think is that great. 2 is awful. 3 is awful. 4,
That's the first SNES one.
yeah, it's okay. I guess I don't really like it that much. I don't know anything about 5. 6 is cursed. I think 6 does not want to be played.
Maybe we'll get back to it one day.
Maybe we'll have to do a lot of. We don't have to do a
We
lot of
still have to-
research. Yeah.
Regrind, I think.
Yeah, like that needs to be. We need to like get together and do a stream of that. I feel like
God.
in order to get through it, because like we have no chance of getting back to it, because we lost like I want to say 10 hours.
Oh god.
Yeah, it's a lot. But yeah, 6 is cursed. 7 I don't actually like that much.
I mean, I've already heard you say that a lot.
Yeah, a little bit overrated. Fits on 9 discs.
Well, at least we can't say they were skimping.
No.
They were making use of that entire PS2.
Oh yeah, the whole thing. Yeah, 8,
It's coming.
as far as I'm concerned, doesn't exist.
I feel like I remember something about Parasite Eve sharing an engine with FF8 or something.
Maybe. That makes no sense at all, actually. Hold on.
I don't remember.
Those games do not look alike at all. But yeah, so...
Maybe it was overworld stuff?
Yeah, so it's 9, a little bit of 15, a little bit of 4.
Do it faster.
So I guess that's like 1.67.
Your skill. You got it.
I mean, I think when we're not smashing our faces into the ground in FF6, it's an alright time.
Yeah. We could get back into it, but it's also long. We haven't even gotten to like the...
We still have to finish
We
the
haven't
Tellier.
finished chapter 1.
We still haven't finished the Tellier.
No, I need to get back into Tellier.
Yep.
There's no time! I don't have time! There's no time! I need to stop playing on impossible mode just so I can beat one boss! We'll get-
So many things.
Yeah, so many things. We need to finish Water Land.
Yeah.
We need to stream some of these.
The main problem with, I think, the streaming part is going to be I have to figure out all the offsets. Because you remember the capture card's delayed for,
Yeah.
technically, compared to, like, real life.
Yeah, that's fine.
And I don't know how to deal with that.
What we really need is you to get a full-time job. Okay? And once you get a full-time job, all of this is fixed. Then we can come at more days.
The power is gone.
No, isn't that going to be the opposite?
No, we can come at different days, basically. We can split it up.
I know.
Because your Friday is booked, and then my Saturday is not booked. So we only really have... No, my Friday is booked, your Saturday is booked, so we can never come in on those days, right? So it's literally only Sunday that we are able to meet with each other. And then that's it. Right? If you get a full-time job, we can switch between Saturday and Sunday. Maybe do more other things that are not being in your room and farting. And then, like... Well, it'll free up some time, basically, is what I'm trying to say. So yeah, get on that job hunting grind.
Maybe later.
Maybe later. Yeah.
I'm also just feeling a lot less interested in the tech industry these days.
But it's where you got your thing in.
Yeah, and it's all shifted to AI.
Oh yeah.
And I don't care about AI. This newfangled thing everyone's so enamored with, I couldn't give two shits about.
Did you at least like learn machine learning?
Yes, I had a machine learning class.
Okay.
I didn't care much for it.
Yeah.
I made it through the class. I'm pretty sure I got an A in it. Because it's just Python and working with whatever various libraries and data you're being given.
TensorFlow, I hardly know.
I don't recall having to do TensorFlow.
That one was it. I something else. I Labs? In Labs? It had Pi in it, I think.
This is my full strength.
Or something. But either way, right now, yeah, AI has definitely dominated the whole industry. It's inescapable. My job has some of it as well. I was screened about it as well.
Great! I'm impressed.
So yeah, completely unavoidable. You're gonna have, if you want an easier time getting a job, definitely you're gonna have to put that on the resume.